Hello everybody, and thanks so much for tuning in and for joining us today. I'm Deborah McKeegan, the CEO of Texintel, and I'm in Florida with Shawn Sckoropad.
Beautiful, yes.
I pronounced it correctly, I hope, from Printeez Incorporated. Yes. Okay. Originally, well, the company is very much based in Canada.
Yes.
New to Florida, I believe.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, so tell us all about Printeez. Quick summary.
Yeah, so Printeez, we're a print-on-demand company that focuses on large volume, either fulfillment or on-demand. We built our own proprietary software so people can connect to it, connect their store, we produce and fulfill for them, as well as have our own app where people can just order custom apparel. So they get serviced the way they want it, right? So at the basis of it, we produce custom apparel, and then people choose how they want to be serviced.
How old is the company?
10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've been there for quite a long time. We actually started doing everything analog, large volume for retail. So we were focused on water-based screen printing.
So you did do screen printing to start off with?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Do you still screen print?
We do.
Okay.
So we still have a large retail division that's for bulk orders, but we mainly do, our main focus is all of our tech for on-demand, and that's where the market is shifting. So,
and that's you see that as the movement?
That's the biggest growth that we've had in the business. So the last 3 years, we really pivoted our business into digital, going on-demand, as well as building our own app to control everything through one system.
Yeah.
And being able to go cross-border now, being able to have a facility in the US and Canada, we see that the market for on-demand and digital is just going to be exploding. It's going to scale tremendously for us within the next few months.
What kind of volumes do you do?
So volume during peak season, we produced 57,000 units in 2 weeks.
Wow. On
demand. So if I look at the bulk, it's roughly 350,000 units a month. But on demand, within those 2 weeks during peak, it was 57,000 units. So it's quite a lot of one-offs.
How many customers in that 57,000?
Anywhere from, on demand on the app right now, we have roughly 7,000 users. So depending on who it was coming from, roughly 7,000 customers were selling and had the opportunity to sell.
And is it third-party fulfillment? So
yes.
So the creative creates their own vision within your software.
Yes.
And it's all white label dropship.
100%. So they have their own Shopify website. They connect through us. We produce and fulfill for them, as well as we have our own front-end website for mom and pop shop, coffee shop that just wants custom apparel for their staff. They can just go online and order apparel. And then obviously in their account, they have the option to connect to store and do drop shipping with us. So we try to not sell it as print on demand. We sell it as we produce everything on demand. And if you want to have a store connected, we can also do that.
Yeah, but it's great, isn't it? Because it allows the creative to do what they're doing best and not worry about all the array of manufacturing and leave that to the experts.
100%.
Because it's an expert process.
Yeah.
You know, as you say, you built your own proprietary app, your own proprietary workflow software as well. So, that's a big thing to do.
It's a big challenge. I think I was a bit naive when I started it, but I wouldn't go back and change anything. I learned a lot from it, still learning every single day. It's probably the hardest thing that we've had to do is build that, because there's so many pain points that you don't know when you're going into it.
There's so many steps that can get, really important steps that just get missed.
Silly things.
They're just overlooked. It's like their importance is completely overlooked to the point that it goes wrong.
100%.
Yeah.
And for the back end workflow, as well as the front end for the end user.
Yeah.
Building a UX and UI that makes sense and is easy to understand for your end user is complex. It's trial and error. It's understanding what the customer's behavior is going to be before you even know it, right? So that I think was the hardest part for us to build. The workflow for production was fairly simple because I had so many years of being on the floor and learning it, and I knew what I wanted to fix. So building the workflow for us was the easy part, and then scaling with it is also easy because you see your pain points and then you can fix them.
But you know your own baby, don't you?
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
So,
and that just grows with you through its teenagers and its troubles. As it scales.
But now the front end is where you can get creative and see how can we offer more services. Not services, when I say services, it's more how can we offer and cater our app so that users can use it differently to their own liking. Automatically building an online store for them, making it easy for them to resell for, or maybe it's just a franchisee.
It's interesting though, isn't it? Because the creator's expectation has changed during this journey as well. They will be prepared maybe 4 or 5 years ago to put up with a clunky front end system. But not anymore.
No, not at all.
They literally want to click, 3 seconds, done. And it almost as though the software is telepathically intuitive to exactly what they want to do next.
100%.
And that's what you have to constantly update to stay front of house with that, don't you?
And build, yes.
Yeah.
Luckily now with AI, things are moving along a lot faster, but people are expecting a lot better right from the get-go.
Like magic. Like where's the wizard?
Exactly.
You are the wizard.
Exactly. So now we can actually go at 1,000 times the speed that we were able to go 3 years ago.
Fantastic.
But the customers are going at that same speed.
Yeah.
So even though we're able to produce and output way more updates, the customers are like, yeah, it was supposed to be here 3 months ago. So
that's what's so important, though, isn't it? That you stay absolutely in step with the customer. And I was talking to one of the Kornit guys about, the speed of innovation, the speed of application, and how, if you don't have the right culture and the right approach to this as a business, which for some people it's easier because it's a young business as opposed to being a legacy business where it's hard. You've got the back end trying to catch up with the front end all of the time. But for you, you've written this, so you can just keep reiterating it. Giving your customers what you need, which is just automatically scaling, don't you?
100%. And I mean, for us, the biggest thing that we're looking at is what technology is there that we can buy or use to offer to our customers. How can we make this become on demand? Right? Because we have the tech, we can build it. We can offer it to our customers. It's more, how can we offer sublimated jerseys, custom on-demand production for names and numbers? Well, now with the Matrix, that's possible. It wasn't possible to think that you could print on a sublimated jersey before with DTG because you would get dye migration. So us having
You are wearing a Matrix t-shirt.
I am. I printed it yesterday.
It's Shawn, not Max.
Yeah, I'm Shawn, not Max, but it was printed on the Matrix and it's Max.
Are you impressed?
I am.
Great.
It's beautiful. What do you think about it?
No, it's a great t-shirt, the Matrix. You're impressed with the Matrix?
I am.
Yeah, good.
I am.
Good.
The Matrix, I think, is a massive leap forward in the industry and
it is.
Removing a lot of barriers. Enabling us, decorators, supplier chain manufacturers, whatever you want to call us, the ability to say yes more often.
The agility. Yeah.
Agility.
Yeah, you've just got the one machine that has so many legs, basically,
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Exactly.
It's really important that you can move with the market in all directions, really.
So
and
for
never have to say no.
Exactly. Never having to say no. And for us, it was building tech was the hardest part, but it was also the opportunity to go and acquire these machines and offer this to the world, right? So we're not just sitting in a facility and not have a way to voice ourselves and say, hey, we have this technology, we have this machine. With our app, we're able to simply turn on the switch and, hey, we offer this product now on demand. And all of our 7,000 customers can jump on that product and offer it the next day. So I think it's a new way of seeing things. It's different than standard retail. It's direct to market. It's done quickly in a few hours, and it can be out the door by creative people. So I think that's the most exciting thing, and I think it's disrupting the markets to where the big industry leaders, the big brands, are looking at it and they're saying, hey, we want a piece of that as well. How can we get into? And I think this is where we're bridging the gap now, is the technology that we're building is getting good enough that the big brands are saying, okay, you know what, let me try it. The technology for printing is good. Now what about your technology to connect to my ERP, to connect to my API system? How can I push orders to you?
Well, that's all part of the process, isn't it? It has to be for the future because, I'm not sure what's going on here in the States finally, but, over in the UK, we've got digital products passports coming through. The kind of transparency that you're in building with connecting to ERPs and all the rest of it is fundamental to the future of just one T-shirt. I mean, we know now that, there has to be as little work in one T-shirt as there is in an order for 10,000 T-shirts. It's literally press the button and go. But in the back office of that, you've still got to know all the components of that T-shirt in order to fulfill certification later on. So having all of that at your fingertips and to be able to build it all into your mainframe makes you a very, very strong business.
100%. I feel like that's the backbone that we have.
It is,
And that we put on there, it brings the value of the business, but the backbone is really the data that we have, right? The data.
That's the secret message of AI, isn't it?
Yes.
So many people talk about AI. But the truth is that AI is nothing if you haven't got the data.
I agree.
You know, it's like having a really great, powerful computer and nothing to put in it. Well, it is exactly that, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great. Well, thank you so much for agreeing to talk with me today.
Of course.
Where do you see the business in the next year, in the next 2 years?
So I think the business in the next few years is really going to double into the e-commerce, right? We're doubling down into the e-commerce.
Yep.
We see it with the, as Ronan was talking earlier, and everybody, the live stream, the live shopping.
Yep.
We're getting massive requests from there. So
Yep.
it's being able to connect to more opportunities online.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where we're going to scale tremendously. And it's being able to produce fast, but locally as well.
Yeah.
So that's why we're expanding in the US. A lot of our customers were doing business with us in Canada, but they were asking
You're going
for
to be
us.
here in Florida, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be here in
Yeah.
Florida, out east, obviously, and then open out west, go to Europe, find
Yeah.
maybe partnerships over there in Europe, whether it's bringing our own tech or building our facilities
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Really being able to do on demand, locally produced, locally shipped. So
Yeah.
not doing a Frankenstein of shipping out of multiple places, right?
It's
Really
ultimately
controlling.
goes wrong.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you're defeating the purpose of locally produced, locally
Yeah.
shipped.
That's
So
great.
that's the goal of our business, and I truly feel like we're on the right path if we just stick to that and focus on that.
Focus, keyword.
Yes.
Focus and agility. It's great. Well, thank you, Shawn.
Thank you.
Also known as Max. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
And thank you, everybody, for tuning in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.